Welcome to A Ruined Chapel by Moonlight. I'm your host, Bertold Gambrel, and today I'm reviewing Never Die by Rob J. Hayes. This is the sort of book I rarely read, a fantasy quest type of story, but it came recommended by Peter Martuniak, so I figured I would give it a try. Am I ever glad I did? This is a fantastic tale of adventure set in an ancient eastern kingdom known as Hosa. The book begins with the death of the protagonist, a warrior named Itami Cho. But Cho is returned to life by an extremely creepy child called Ain. Ain explains that he has been granted the power to restore the dead to life by a Shinigami, a type of malevolent spirit. He is on a quest to kill the Emperor of 10 Kings, and to do so he is recruiting various heroes by returning them to life and binding them to his will, forcing them to aid him. In exchange, he promises to restore them to true life when their mission is complete. It's a sort of Dirty Dozen scenario, as Ain and Cho assemble a team of strong, though not always honorable, fighters. Together they journey across the land of Hosa, fighting all sorts of enemies, from common thieves to demonic entities known as yokai, monstrous perversions of living forms into hideous abominations. What really makes the book great are the characters. Besides the humble and valorous Itami Cho, you've got the skilled but untrustworthy bandit Emerald Wind, the powerful, hard-drinking Iron Gut Chen, and the wise master Bingwei Ma. In addition to these heroes, which is what Ain calls them, though some are less heroic than others, there are a host of other supporting characters, including a leprous sharpshooter who joins the party despite still being mortal. Late in the book, we also meet a military leader called the Steel Prince and his strategist Art of War, a mysterious woman whose features are hidden behind a robe and a mask. They're not in the story much, but I really like the dynamic between them. The prince is a brave and charismatic leader who unites his army, and Art of War is the brains behind the scenes, planning strategic maneuvers. Both are essential to the functioning of the entire force. Ultimately, the book is a story about heroism, not just about the heroes per se, but also about what it takes to be heroic. In different ways, all the main characters perform great feats of courage and sacrifice, while still coming across as very relatable and human. It's a dark and violent tale right from the get-go, with plenty of extremely well-written and bloody battle scenes. The story moves at a brisk pace, and the dialogue and character development are balanced perfectly with the action scenes. Simply put, this is a marvelous book. I generally don't bother writing reviews for books that already have hundreds of reviews on Amazon, but this one was so good I just had to. Even if you're not big on epic fantasy, you should still give this one a try. It's one of those books that grabs you at the start and never lets go. I'm very grateful to Peter for bringing it to my attention, and I unreservedly recommend it to anyone who likes a good story.